Oh yeah, I like it like that.
Thanks. Yeah. Oh, Kim, I'm so excited to share this with you.
Mm-hmm.
And this is at the kingshillinn venue that I worked at a couple of times. And
Love
they
it.
were great there. Oh,
I know. What's her name? Caitlin, I think her name, the owner.
Yep.
Love it there. Love it there. Very nice. Good. I'm excited to see this.
They're so great. Yeah. It's like a mother and daughter team who run it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so I think on this day I was with Kate, the daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And
who's also a great photographer too.
That's right. That's right. So it sort of explains how they
can relate,
have it so dialed in there, and why it looks so beautiful in pictures. If you aren't thinking about photography when you create a space, it shows. I can tell. I did go to another venue this summer as well, and I complimented the owner and I said, oh, it just looks so good here. And he said, well, my daughter's a photographer and she insisted, she like calculated where we were going to build the barn. And so I'm really excited to share Rachel and Tyler with you. They're such a lovely couple. Oh my gosh, so much fun to work with. It was just one good picture after another during our portrait session.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I love your detail shots. I love your ring shots. You do such a good job with those.
I like and I like the details. I like her scalloped ring. It's a little different. The diamonds went all the way around.
Yeah, I love their rings.
This had some significance to them. It's so cute. It's a 6pence. And she put it in her shoe, I think is a tradition.
Yeah, I've had that before. Who did the flowers for this wedding?
Oh my gosh. They were all so beautiful. Bailey Lindgren of Stock and Pistol. It's a farm, and it's such a personal touch.
Are these the centerpieces? Because I love that white glass that these flowers are in. The name for that white glass.
Milk glass, is it?
Oh, is it milk glasses?
Mm-hmm.
Glass. It's so pretty. Oh, maybe
a labor of love for her.
That flower farm. Ooh, look at that. That's a really nice shot. Look at the glasses. Are you kidding me? Look at the glasses.
I know, they're so pretty.
I love things like that.
This is such a sentimental picture to her, and a really, I think, nice way to bring in some memories. Her uncle had just passed before the wedding.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot.
Yes, I really like how she did that. I thought that was really pretty.
Very pretty. Why did you take a picture of those candies?
Those are very special to Rachel.
Why?
She loves them. They're her most favorite. It's
not like they're edibles or anything.
No, they're just gummy bears.
But the thing is, if that means a lot to that person, there's probably a whole story behind those Gold Bear, Haribo, Chewies.
I'm sure.
Yeah, and that's the one thing about
not my finest work, but it means a lot to her.
Right.
And she was drinking Mom Napa Brut Rosé, one of my favorite wines. I used to live in California, great winery. And of course, rosé, it's pink, it's bubbly. Hello.
Oh, wow. I love the colors.
Oh my gosh. I think that green suits in a summer wedding are my favorite.
What I would still not be okay if I had kittens at a getting ready location. Did that belong to Kings Hill?
It did. It did. They were nursed, these are immature kittens. They were born prematurely. They were nursing them and taking care of them. And I don't know how it happened that Rachel told them that she loves kittens, or maybe they'd lost a cat recently. They ended up adopting one of these cats, and it was...
The couple did?
The couple Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Compliments. Stop it. Stop. I've never seen anything like that. I love this.
She was crying so much. She was so emotional.
We've talked about this before. There's a lot of green in our photos. Always. There's green and blue.
Yeah, no, it's the summer green that's so much.
Nobody
everywhere.
would ever. Yeah. So I guess I'm saying I like the green, his green suit, because it works well with the green. How many times can we say green in one?
Green. I mean,
yeah, the colors just are very nice. Then I keep saying that.
You know how much work it takes to get the colors to be perfect. I spend so much time in post to make them look this way.
And the reason why they need to look, they need to blend. If you do an album, which a lot of people do, it needs to be cohesive. It just really needs to go together. You're not gonna. I like that rug.
Oh my gosh!
I've never seen that.
The rug.
I like the rug.
I love that. I think it's so cool. It gives that leading line right down the aisle's already a leading line, but then it creates a greater effect that way. And it just really lends an incredible air of elegance and bringing the indoors outdoors. And I just thought it was so cool. I instantly was like,
that shot right there is done with our long lens at 70, what is that? 70 to 200. So we're not standing. Most of these photographers already know this, but we're not standing right there.
I don't even think about there being any confusion, but I see how there could be. Yes, no, I'm not next to them, peering down into their hands. That didn't happen. Yeah, I definitely want to be as inconspicuous and unnoticed throughout the day, but especially during the ceremony as possible. I really want those guests.
We try really hard not to draw attention to ourselves, but did I ever tell you what happened at the Samset once? I had to get kind of close for a specific shot, but I was trying to sit down. There was an empty chair. So I was able to sit down. I've done that a couple times. That's okay. It was outdoor.
Oh, sure. No, I sit in a chair. I'm just wondering where this is going. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, anyway, there was a lady with a wheelchair and it was kind of protruding out into the aisle. I tripped over it and it was all happening in slow motion. And I'm like, I cannot fall. I've got these cameras. I cannot fall. I don't want to make a fool of myself. I cannot fall. So I lunged. I stepped. You know, when you try to avoid a fall, and I went with all my gear, and I didn't fall, and I just kind of I pretend like nothing happened. I just kept walking, and then afterwards, people were like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you almost fell," but it was like I really covered up for that well. Anyway, go ahead, go on. Cute, nice, really nice. Oh, I like that shot.
You know, and I've started asking the officiants to just move to one side a little bit when they kiss. Before the ceremony ever starts, I talk to the officiant and ask them to do that, because otherwise it's their face really close to the couple's faces.
Yeah, and sometimes they do try to move, but they don't move enough.
They don't move enough. I
don't know if they see don't move photos afterwards, but this is a good way for them to see them. They don't move enough. I move completely out of the arch and completely,
Yes, and I'm going to start asking that. I'm going to start explaining that to them. That I'm going to start explaining that to the officiants better next year, because you know they say, and now you can kiss the bride, and then they run away. I've got some weird, awkward pictures of officiants in the background, sort of like in mid-stride.
Yeah, so maybe actually they should move first and say you make this
There's no reason to have to run away. You just walk to the side and then you say it. They don't need to be in that one position in order to say words. You can be there in a lot of places all through the night saying words. So
I know, because they don't want to be in this shot. They really do not want to be. That lady,
can you imagine? They get those pictures back and they see them and they're just like, oh my God, I'm right in their face while they're kissing.
Yeah, they don't want to. All right, keep going. Yeah, walking back. Love
So
it.
cute.
Wait, what's this?
And those are the flower petals that they're throwing. They looked good.
What color were the flower petals?
They were pink and yellow.
Because what are they kind of look a lot, okay, they kind of look white. Yeah, but
they don't, I don't know. They're probably off-white. I don't know.
They don't get this right that many times. When there's petals, the timing is never right.
It is so challenging.
No, I think you have to explain it beforehand.
You have to explain it beforehand. And I suggest now that they ask some of their favorite friends to make sure they're along the aisle, and their most effusive, excited, exuberant friends to be on the back, the very back, if they're going to be throwing.
That's a good idea. Aisle placement of the guests.
I just
you want this guy in the light blue, but you don't want this guy in the light blue umbrella on the other side.
I want them to be paying attention. I want them to be looking at the couple, not checking their phones and standing
this shot
up,
right here could have been
shuffling around.
But you know, I don't like those tiny little white things. If they were all flowers, all big petals, it would have photographed better. But they don't.
It looks like they're throwing cereal. Actually, cornflakes might be a really good thing to throw. People are always talking about wanting to figure out what to throw, and I'm always like, I don't know. Flower petals, they're very expensive. But I think maybe cornflakes, frosted flakes.
Oh my God.
Let's try it. Let's try it this winter.
No, but they're too heavy. They just immediately, they don't float at all. At least these petals have a little bit of air time. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're going to be delighted at my frosted flakes. We're trying it and it's going to be awesome.
How about Fruit Loops, colored ones?
Let's try a bunch of different breakfast cereals. They're just so happy. Look at how happy everyone is.
Ooh, that's cute. Oh, see, you as a photographer, you bring out the fun in people.
Everyone has their own skill sets in life, and interpersonal relations with groups of strangers are one of my skills. It's so wonderful that I get to use my natural skills and talents and abilities, all of them, so full on in this job.
It's worth its weight in gold in this business.
So this was a post-ceremony. It was really brief.
Is that necklace supposed to be going down her back?
I see this more and more. It is.
It's gorgeous.
It's a really beautiful style that I see more and more people doing, and I'm loving it.
They're so happy.
They're so happy. And this is like the emotion after the ceremony. The nerves are gone. They did it, and they're just excited and happy now. And it's just the happiness now.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the exuberance coming through.
Sure. Ooh, I really like this shot. I love it. It's very genuine.
I like the ones where they're moving around organically. They're not thinking about me. They're not worrying about me giving them any direction.
Oh, he's got the bouquet. I like her doing that.
I loved her. I love her. She's so great. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, getting announced in. So excited.
Yeah. Oh, this is a place. They have it upstairs, don't they? I like that where they're framed. Oh. I
do too. It's fun. And then they had an ice cream truck, and they had Stone Thoughts Farm Creamery come to their wedding. So they had cake and cupcakes and desserts. And then this was their favorite thing. And they had their favorite flavors picked out. And Rachel was so excited to get in there and do a little work herself behind the scenes and
that's sweet.
Give out some ice cream to her guests.
I really look at their hands. I love that. I really like this shot a lot because it's sort of like they're mirroring the steeple.
Oh my God. I love that imagery. It's gorgeous. They do such a great job there. It's so inviting and homey.